Oh. All right, so we're going to start sitting up nice and tall in our chairs with our neck stretches. Crown of the head reaches to the ceiling, and we'll turn our heads. Look over your right shoulder, and then we'll turn to look over our left shoulder. Turning to look back over the right, and then we'll turn to look over the left. And this time we'll turn, look over our right shoulder, and we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and then turning to look over the left shoulder, and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Looking straight ahead, now tucking our chins down towards the chest. And then we'll look up to the ceiling out in front of us. Chin comes back down towards the chest. And then looking up to the ceiling out in front. And now we'll take our chin down towards the chest and we'll hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And then looking up to the ceiling out in front and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Looking straight ahead, keeping our shoulders down. Now we'll tilt that right ear over towards the right shoulder. And then our left ear now comes over to the left shoulder, making sure the shoulders are staying down. Right ear comes back over to the right. And now left ear to the left. Now we'll take that right ear over to the right shoulder and we'll hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And the left ear now comes to the left shoulder and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Head back up to the center. Let's start rolling the shoulders forward. Those neck stretches do a few things. First and most obviously is they help loosen up your neck. Secondly, they help you maintain the range of motion so that you're able to turn your head and look over your shoulder. Helps with driving, helps with being able to see around yourself just in general. Let's alternate right and then left shoulder going forward. But what it also does is gets our vestibular system or the little tubes inside our ears and the fluid in them moving to just kind of work that system a little bit, warm it up. We'll take those elbows up and over. And that system, remember, gives you your sense of balance, helps tell you where you are in space if you're starting to lose your balance. And let's extend the arms out now, working up towards full extension. From here, you could keep your shoulders square, or you could rotate slightly through the torso to loosen up through your core a bit. And then the arms can come down and we're going to roll both shoulders backwards together. Nice big circles here. And then let's alternate. We'll go right and then left shoulder going backwards. We can start to take those elbows up and over. And then extending those arms out. Let's work up towards full extension, whatever that looks like for you. And again, you could either rotate a little through the torso or keep those shoulders square. And then our arms can come down. Let's work our brains and our wrists at the same time. So we're going to take our right arm up above our head, left hand down to the side. We're going to circle our wrists. Now, as we continue to circle the wrists, we're going to bring that left arm up and the right arm comes down. And once we get to the top and bottom, we're going to switch directions with the wrists. And then that left arm comes down, right arm comes back up. And once we're at the top and bottom, wrists stay still. Now circling only our thumbs and switching the hand positions once again. And once you get to the end, we're going to switch directions with the thumbs and switch positions with the hands. And then once we're at the top and bottom, let's squeeze the hands closed and then we're going to open wide. We're going to squeeze and open. And then as we squeeze and open, let's bring those hands so that the left is coming up, right is coming down. And once we're at the top and bottom, we're going to continue squeezing and opening and then bring the hands back to right hand going up, left hand going down. This is quite a workout for my brain, saying rights and lefts here. Good. And then hands can come in front here. We're going to touch each fingertip to our thumb and then just switching between those 4 fingers on each hand. It's working basically the nervous system that tells our muscles how and where to move in our hands here. Good. And then we'll wiggle all of those fingers. And our hands can come down. You can give them a shake out. We'll just loosen up our ankles here before we move into the more active warm-up. We'll take the feet out in front, circle the ankles. We want to hold the legs as still as we can and rotate just from the ankle joints. If our ankles stiffen up, that can affect how we walk. It can affect how big of a step we can take, whether we can move properly through the full walking step movement. And switch directions. Now let's point those toes and we'll flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and then point. Flex, let's wiggle the feet side to side. And then our feet can come down. So for our warm up here, you can either stay seated in your chair or you could stand up. It's entirely up to you. I will offer options for both. Once you're where you want to be, we're going to get into a regular march. Now that march could be a slow march, could be a bit faster, could be a bit bigger, or just small. This is your class. You go at the pace and the level that you're comfortable going. And now that we're into that march, let's bring those knees up a little bit higher if we can. Good. If you're standing, I want you to think of pressing down through your standing leg. It's going to help engage the glutes, engage the core. Then we can bring our brains into it. We can reach our hand across towards opposite knee, or if you're flexible enough and you want, you could go elbow to knee, but we are just warming up, so you might not be there yet. And it looks the same if you're seated in the chair. And we're going to go 5 more seconds here. And then we'll come back to our regular march. All right, now from here, we're gonna reach one heel and then the other out in front of us. So standing, it looks the same. And then the opposite arm, we can reach out and up. If you wanna go a bit further here and you're standing, you could sink down through your supporting leg. Seated, it looks the same. Good, now let's just open that up a bit to the side here. Angle to the side with the arm and the leg. Standing looks the same. Again, you could sink down a bit through that supporting leg. Almost back to that regular march. Here we go. Let's regular march it out. Next, we're going to get a bit more extension through the back of the leg. So we're going to bring the knee up, kick the leg out, in and down, other side, kick out and down. We want to get that leg as straight as we can. If you're standing, let's not lean back. So core is engaged, body stays upright, seated, looks the same. If you want to add an arm, you can reach the opposite arm out in front. But that's just an add-on. Let's make sure we're trying to get that leg as straight as we can. We'll go 5 more seconds here. And let's come back to our regular march. All right, now we'll start opening up our hips a bit more here. So if you are seated, we're going to step one foot and then the other to the side. Arms just open and close. Standing folks, we're just going to step out. And if you want to go a little bit further, you could sink down a little bit through both of your knees. That's up to you. Try and keep the weight even between the legs though. Shoulders are down away from the ears. I'm worried I'm going to miss this chair one day when I go to sit down. So I always double check and make sure it's there. And back to our regular march. All right, let's march our feet wider apart. And then we'll bring them back together. Let's go wide apart. And back together. Then we're going to speed that up. So now we're going to go wide, wide, together, together, wide, wide, together, together. And you could go faster or slower than I'm going. We're just stepping those feet out wide and then bringing them both in. If you want to add arms, you can just match what those legs are doing. It looks basically the same whether you're standing or seated. All right, we're going to add some forward and back to this now. So when we step wide, we're going to now go wide, wide in front, together, back. Wide, wide in front, together, back. So we're going into basically our V step here. You want to bring the arms now up a little bit. If you're seated, it looks the same. Wide, wide in front, together underneath. Good. We're going to go about 7 more seconds with this one. We're almost there. And let's come back to our regular march. I'm drying out already. Okay, let's start to slow our march down here a little bit. Just gonna let our heart rate come back down just a touch. Okay, and then our feet can come to a standstill. If you're seated, if you can, let's try and stand up behind our chairs. We're gonna go through a bit of a lower body strength series here. We're going to start with our feet just about hip width distance apart. If you need to, you can hold on to the chair for stability. And all we're going to do to start is we're going to press up onto our toes, and then we're going to come down nice and slow for 3, 2, 1. Let's press up, come down slow for 3, 2, 1. Pressing up, come down slow for 3, 2, 1. And again, let's press it up. Coming down for 3, 2, 1. Pressing up, down slow for 3, 2, 1. Let's do 3 more. Press it up, come down slow for 3, 2, 1. Pressing up, come down slow for 3, 2, 1. Last one of these. Pressing up, coming down slow for 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, I'll give options for standing or seated for this one. If you can do it standing, you're going to get the most benefit from it. We're going to have our feet about hip width distance apart or a little bit wider if that works better for you. Going into your version of a squat, so sinking down and then pressing up. Then I'm going to time this nice and slow, and if we can, we'll do it all together. Once we do our squat, we're going to take that right leg up, bring it down with control, squat, up, left leg down with control. If you can't stand up, what your option is going to be, when I'm standing up tall, you actually have your legs out in front. Then when we squat down, we'll bend the legs in, stand up, take the legs out, take the leg to the side, bring it in. So it's squat, up, leg to the side, in. That's if you're not able to do it standing. We're going to try 5 each side. Here we go. Let's start with our squat. We'll come up. Let's take that right leg up, lower with control. Squat. Up, left leg, lower with control. Squat. Up, take the right leg, lower with control. Squat. Up, left leg, control it down. Squat. Up, right leg, control, squat, up, left leg, let's control it down. The control is the hardest part. Squat, up, right leg, let's control it down. Squat, up, left leg, we're going to control it down. Last round of these. Squat, up, right leg, control it down. Squat, up, left leg, control it down. Good. We'll take a little rest. Well, I set up the next one. Exact same format. So we're going to do our squat. Again, your squat might just be a small squat. It might be all the way down it's up to you. Our movement in between this time, we're going to extend our leg out behind. We're extending from the hip. If you're getting any pain in your low back, I want you to take your hands onto your chair. Make sure your core is engaged, hinge forward slightly from the hips, and then extend from there. Seated folks, exact same as last time. Squat up, only instead of the leg to the side, you're actually just going to lift the leg up in front, engaging the core there. All right, here we go. 5 times each side. Let's squat. Come up. We'll take the right leg behind. Bring it down. Squat. Up. Left leg down. Squat. Up. Right leg. You can always tap if you need. Bring it down. Squat. Up. Left leg down. Squat. Up. Right leg down. Squat. Up. Left leg down. 2 more each side. Squat. Keep those knees straight. Come up. Right leg down. Squat. Up. Left leg. Abs are tight. Bring it down. Last ones of these. Squat. Up. Right leg down. Last one. Squat. Up. Left leg down. Good. We have one more round of these. And I often have people say, I can't do squats. I hate squats. These are, however, an exercise that I say it's a hill I'll die on. Squats are something that we do all day, every day. You sit on the couch, you stand up. That is a squat and stand up. You have to go to the washroom. You sit on the toilet, you stand up. That is a squat. All day long, as you move between locations in your home, you are doing squats. So we need to maintain this strength. Last one, we're going to add some balance. We're going to squat, come up, then the right knee comes up. We're going to press down through the standing leg. Engage our core for 2, 3, bring it down, squat, up, left knee, 2, 3. If you're seated, again, we're going squat, up. We're going to lift the knee this time, 2, 3, squat, up, knee, 2, 3. We get to sit down after we're done this round of 5 each side. Here we go. Let's squat. Come up. Bring up the right knee. 2, 3. Squat. Up. Left knee. 2, 3. Bring it down. Let's squat. Come up. Lift the right. 2, 3. Bring it down and squat. Up. Lift the left. 2, 3. And down. Squat. Coming up, lift the right, engage the core, 2, 3, bring it down, squat, up, lift the left, 2, 3, and down, squat, coming up, lift the right, 2, 3, bring it down, squat, coming up, lift the left, 2, 3, and down, one more round, squat, coming up, lift the right, 2, 3, bring it down, squat, coming up, lift the left, 2, 3, bring it down. We can have a seat in our chairs, move into some of our hip and low back range of motion. All right, we're going to have our feet about chair width distance apart here. As we lean side to side, try and keep those hips firmly planted on the chair. And when we go forward, remember, try and keep the spine straight. We're going to take our right hand, reach it down towards the floor on the outside of that right foot, coming up to center. Then both hands reach down in the middle. And we'll sit up tall. Left hand now comes down towards the floor on the outside of that left foot. And up tall. Then we'll take both hands down in the middle again. And we'll sit up tall. Now let's hold each position. Right hand comes down to the right, and we'll hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and up tall. Both hands down in the middle, and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and up tall. Left hand comes down towards the floor on the outside of that left foot, and we hold for 3, 2, 1, and up tall. Last one of these. Both hands reaching down in the middle, and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and up tall. Keeping the feet where they are. Arms come out to the sides. We're going to reach across now. So with that right hand, we're going to reach across towards that left foot, shin or knee. Then we'll come up to center, and our left hand now reaches to the right foot, shin or knee, and center. Right hand reaches across to that left side, and center. Left hand now reaches across to that right side, and center. Now let's hold. We'll take that right hand across to that left side, and we'll hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and center. And our left hand now reaches across to the right side, and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Coming back up to center. Arms can come down, legs can come together. All right, our balance airplane exercise here next. We're going to do 4 rounds. So I'll just go through those 4 rounds before we start. First round, we're going to have both feet on the floor. We're going to lean to the right. We'll lean to the left. Second round, we'll keep the right foot on the floor. Left foot comes up. We lean right. We lean left. Third round, we switch. We lean right. We lean left. Now the hardest one, and you might need to be a little further back in your chair for this, both legs come up, keeping both hips firmly planted on the chair. We lean right, and then we lean left. As long as your hips are staying firmly planted and you're using your core muscles, you're going to stay balanced and centered on the chair. Just don't try and reach too far where one of those hips starts to come up. So think of plugging those hip bones into your seat. Here we go. Both feet on the floor to start. Take those arms out. We're going to take that right hand down. Left hand reaches up, coming up to center. Then our left hand goes down. Right hand reaches up and center. Right foot stays planted. Left foot comes up. Now that right hand goes down. Left hand goes up. Press the left hip into the chair and center. Left hand goes down. Right hand goes up. Right hip presses into the chair and center. Now let's switch. Left foot down, right foot up. Right hand goes down, left hand goes up. Press the left hip into the chair. Center. Left hand down, right hand goes up. Right hip presses into the chair. And center. Now both legs. Making sure those hips stay firmly plugged in as we take that right hand down. Left hand goes up. Center. Left hand goes down, right hand goes up. And center. Arms and legs can come down. Well done. All right, we're going to pick up our weights here for a round of weights seated in the chair. So we'll grab both weights. You are welcome to do the exercises without weights in your hands. So we're going to work on our chest and back here. First exercise with one weight in each hand. Our hips are going to be forward in our chair, so that we can lean our upper back on the backrest. And we're leaning back a little bit. So from the side, I look like this. And then we're going to alternate, pressing the right and then the left arm up. So we're going to bring the weights in front of the shoulders, elbows on about a 45-degree. Then we're going to press the right arm up, bring it down, and the left arm up and down. We'll do 30 seconds at your own pace. If you have a heavier weight, you can go slower. If you have a lighter weight, you can go faster. We'll get started. I'll start the clock in 3, 2, 1. Let's press one arm, bring it down, and then the other and down. We want to exhale as we press, inhale as we lower. Keeping our core engaged. Our shoulders are down away from the ears. Neck is in a neutral position, so it's not hanging back, or the chin is not tucked against the chest. And we're thinking of length in our spine. So crown of the head reaches up and away from your tailbone. And last one here. Weight can come down. We can sit up tall. Now we're going to hit our back here. So with both feet firmly on the floor and a straight spine, we're going to hinge forward from the hips. Core is engaged here, so the abs are nice and tight. We're taking the weights down alongside the lower legs. And from here, we're going to roll those elbows up and back and then lower them down. Again, 30 seconds at your own pace. Here we go. Exhale as you roll the elbows up and back. Inhale as you lower. Again, we want those shoulders down away from the ears. Otherwise, we're going to bring tension into the neck. And we want to reach the crown of our head up and away from our tailbone. In this hinged forward position, our gaze is on the floor out in front of us. Because if we look at our toes, we're going to round the back. And if we look up at the ceiling or out in front, we're going to arch it. And last one, weights can come back onto our thighs. We're going to go back to the front side now. This time we're going to do a chest fly. Unless your shoulders can't handle that, I'll give you a different option. So the chest fly, we're going to be leaning back in our chairs like we did with the chest press. Only this one, we're going to start with our weights up, a little bit of a bend in the elbows. Then we're going to lower one weight to the side, squeeze it in, and we'll lower the other one to the side and in. If that bothers your shoulders, you can flip your hands so your palms are forward, lower the elbow down, press it up, lower and press. So see what works for you. Again, we're going to do 30 seconds at your own pace. Here we go. We're going to lower and then exhale as we squeeze it to center. Inhale, lower, exhale, squeeze. Again, we want that neck in a nice neutral position, thinking lengthen the spine. So the crown of the head reaches up and away from the tailbone. Now, if your shoulders are not liking this, you could try making the movement a little bit smaller. Last one here. And then the weights can come down. We can sit up tall. We're going to hinge forward for one final exercise here before we move on to different set. So this time, again, we're hinged forward from the hips, lengthen the spine. We're going to start with our elbows up. Now from here, keeping those elbows nice and high, we're going to straighten the arms and then bend it back in. All right, 30 seconds. Here we go. Extend the arms and bend it in. So we want to squeeze the triceps here. Exhale as you extend. Inhale as you bend. Nice straight spine. Shoulders are pressing down and away from the ears. Crown of the head is reaching nice and long and tall away from that tailbone. Almost there. Just over 5 seconds. Keep those elbows nice and high. And let's do one more. Squeeze, bring it in and down. We can sit up. Okay. Now we're going to do some side movements here. We're going to drop down to one weight. So you can put your one weight to the side. You could be seated or standing for this one. I will demonstrate the seated version, and then I'll stand up and show you the standing version. So we're going to have the weight in our right hand. We're sitting nice and tall, and then all we're going to do is we're going to dip to the right, squeeze ourselves to center, engage our core, lift that weight up to shoulder level. Standing, it looks the exact same. We're going to dip, come to center, hips, shoulders stay square, engage the core, lift the arm, and lower. So we're really working our core here with both movements. As we dip down and squeeze up, we're getting the waist, and then our entire core is kicking in to keep us square and center for the lateral raise. We'll do 5 with the right, then we'll switch to the left. So getting into your chosen position, nice and tall and square. Here we go. Let's dip down to the right, up to center, lift, and lower. Good. Dip, squeeze, lift, and lower. Dip, squeeze, lift, and lower. Really fight to keep those shoulders square. Dip, squeeze, shoulders stay square as we lift and we lower. Once more. Dip, squeeze, lift, lower. And switching to the other side. Again, seated or standing, it's up to you. Here we go. 5 times. We're going to dip now to the left. Squeeze, lift, lower. Good. 4 more. Dip, squeeze, lift, lower. Straight to the side as we dip. Squeeze to center. Lift. Lower. Straight to the side. Squeeze the waist. Lift. Lower. Once more here. Dip to the side. Squeeze. Lift. Lower. Well done. All right, if you can, we'll stand up for the next one. We're going to keep one weight in our hands here. And we'll start with the weight actually in our left hand, and our right leg is our moving leg. I'll show you a seated version in just a second. So what we're going to do is that right leg is going to take a big step, could even be a bit of a lunge. It's up to you. And then when we get into that big step, we're going to hold this position, get our core engaged. We're going to do a bicep curl, lower it down, come back to center. Now, what I want to challenge you to do if you're standing is to try and do it so you're not having to use the chair. Have the chair there, but we want to use all our own stabilizers, get our balance, hold our balance, and then come back to center. If you are seated, you're not comfortable doing this standing up, then what you're going to do is when the standing folks are taking their step, you're going to bring the knee up. You're going to stay strong and stable. Bicep curl, lower, knee comes down. All right, so we're going to do 5 with this right leg doing the step or the knee raise and our left hand doing the bicep curl. Try to use the chair as little as you can. Use all your own muscles to balance and stabilize. Here we go. Right foot, big step, bicep curl, bring it down, center. And again, big step, hold your balance, bicep curl, bring it down, center. Big step, bicep curl, bring it down, center. Right foot again, big step, bicep curl, bring it down, center. Last one on this side, big step, bicep curl, bring it down, center. Switching hands with the weight, switching sides so that that left hand is able to grab onto that surface. Exact same thing, just now our left foot is doing the step, right arm is bicep curling, or if you're seated, it's your left knee coming up, same as you did the other side. 5 times, here we go, left foot, big step, stabilize, bicep curl, bring it down, center. Big step, bicep curl, bring it down, center. Now this is easy. Your big step can become a lunge. Bicep curl, down, center. 2 more here. Big step, bicep curl, down, center. Last one. Big step, stabilize, bicep curl, down, center. Well done. Okay, now we're going to go into a backward step. So we'll take the weight back into your left hand. Your chair is back on that right side, so you can grab on. We're going to have our right foot take a big step back, or it could go into a backwards lunge. Again, decide your option, what works for you. And then keeping the palm facing in, we'll get into that big step or lunge. We're going to stabilize, bring that weight up in front, lower it down, and come to center. Seated folks, if you're not comfortable standing, you're going to extend that right leg to the side, keep it nice and straight, and then what you're going to do, lift it up, bring the weight up in front, lower down, bring it down. All right. Here we go. 5 times that right foot, big step, maybe a lunge backwards, lift the weight up in front, lower it down, step together. Big step back, stabilize, lift the weight up, bring it down, center. Big step back, stabilize, bring the weight up, bring it down, center. 2 more. Big step, maybe a lunge if you're feeling really good. Lift the weight, bring it down, center. Last one on this leg. Big step back, nice and stable. Lift the weight, bring it down, center. Switching to the other side now. So left hand can grab onto the chair, weight in that right hand. And now it's the left foot taking the step or lifting up if you're seated. Here we go. Big step back, maybe a lunge, weight up in front, lower, feet together. And again, big step back, stabilize, weight in front, bring it down, together. Try and use your chair as little as you can. Big step, lift it up, lower, together. We want our body to be able to hold its balance on its own. Big step back, lift it up, bring it down, center, last one here, big step, weight comes up, bring it down, center, and then we can have a seat in our chairs here. We're just going to do a bit of a stretch and cool down. I'm trying to do exercises that will build our strength, build our stabilizers, work on our balance all together at the same time, because that's more functional. That's what we have to do day to day. We have to be able to do our movements, do our daily activities, have the strength to do them, have the balance to do them. So with the exercises, that's what we're trying to achieve. Let's take our right heel onto the floor out in front, flexing the toe back, and then we're going to hinge forward from the hips, reach towards the toe if you would like. We want to feel a stretch along the back of this leg, and we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll come up out of that. That leg can come in, left heel onto the floor, flexing the toe back, and then again, we're going to hinge it forward. Let's reach towards the toes, feeling a pull along the back of this leg, and we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come up out of that. That leg can come in. Scooting back in our chairs, we can take our feet out in front, circling the ankles. While we do that, let's take that right arm, cross it over in front. Left hand pulls it in. We're going to slide the shoulder down away from the ear and hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll release that, switching directions with our ankles. And now our left arm comes across, right hand pulls it in, slide the shoulder down. I gotta be careful I don't hit my mic here. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll release the arms. We can release the feet down. Let's take both of our hands, reach them back behind us. You could grab the back of your chair, or you could interlace the fingers and reach the hands down and away as we lift up through the chest and the chin. We'll take some deep breaths in here, and we'll hold this stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we can release the arms. Let's roll our shoulders forward, and then we'll roll the shoulders back. And our shoulders can stay still. Let's sit tall through our spine, stretching our necks out once again as we turn to look over the right shoulder, and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and over the left shoulder, and we'll hold for 3, 2, 1, looking straight ahead, tucking the chin down towards the chest for 3, 2, 1. We'll look up to the ceiling out in front for 3, 2, 1. We'll look straight ahead. Right ear now tilts to our right shoulder. Shoulders stay down for 3, 2, 1. And the left ear tilts to the left shoulder for 3, 2, 1. Head back up to the center. Let's take one deep breath all together. Hands to the sides. Sweeping the arms up as we take a deep inhale in. And then we'll exhale. Squeeze it all out. And we'll finish the exercise portion at that.